today. From Lumen Field in Seattle, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Houston Texans.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by a young man making his first NFL start.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Hall. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Hall. He completes this to Walker. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Hall. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On play action, they'll throw. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make it 6-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. But all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, and put it in the end zone, we're right back to even.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Walker. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they come up now 2nd and goal. Off play action. Hall. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now stands at 13. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Looking to throw. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw here. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Hall now off the play fake. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. It's Holloway. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Up the middle, here's Walker. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. An 7-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw now on first down. Here's a screen for Robinson. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They go play action here on first down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Trey Lance, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Jahan Dotson, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. The Rams get out to a hot start as they get the road victory in their opener. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll look to throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Robinson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Second and 5. He finds Hardy on the slant. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught left side by Hardman. Touchdown, Texans. Mecole Hardman, 28 yards. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Jason Myers now for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Rolling to his right. And the pressure gets to him again. Brian Burns in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Oh, Metcalf, what a catch. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
This will be caught downfield by Moore. Touchdown, Houston. Sky Moore, 68 yards. And the Texans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will shrink to 6. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw it is Hall. Throwing to start the drive. Oh, Metcalf, what a catch. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan?
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hall. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's got room. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Robinson up the middle. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
He's got the first down and more. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 20-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest.
Touchdown! Sky Moore. Already his 2nd the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Critical extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this taken in at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some. He's got a man, complete. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. He's back to throw. Out to his left. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Texans have just about sewn up this football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Second down and a run by Robinson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And they take a knee. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Houston, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.